Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Welcome to the Mimi Show. Actually, it's not the Mimi Show today. Trying to impeach Donald Trump. Oopsie doopsie. And troops are being deployed, invading Iran. I got some good stuff for us today. Come on in and have a seat-a-do. A little early. Last night we did an impromptu live. Danny Robertson was really good. You got to go check it out if you missed it. Yes. Bang, bang, bang. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome. Let me get it started. This was so good last night, guys. If you missed it, go check it out. The mystery man is back. Let's see what I have here.
The most despicable person on the planet did a press conference yesterday. And of course, I'm talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, where he casually drops that, oh yeah, there's going to have to be a ground component, that we're going to have to send U.S. troops on the ground in Iran. Yet again, here we are. He also reveals that the whole purpose of this for him is to get an oil pipeway straight into Israel. It's not even about any of the shit that they tell us it's about.
A pipeline.
But this guy is so bizarre and he's so into this cult. And let's not kid.
What happened to the fact that they were going over there helping these people? They're trying to get a pipeline over there so they can cipher the oil. But I thought it was about the nukes.
Ourselves, the way the people that support this fascist right-wing Israeli government, they behave as a cult. If you criticize them, they freak out. You can't criticize us. You can't criticize our government yet, but we're a democracy. It's just complete hypocrisy. But this statement right here was wild. Put up the post first, Kylie. Owen Schroyer says, in this short clip, Netanyahu says, he insults Christians and Jesus Christ. He asserts there's no purpose in being a good person, says we have no choice but to fight Israel's wars, and then subtly threatens us if we don't. Play the clip.
Well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good. Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice.
Good always trumps evil.
If you look at the world as it is today, you have to be blind not to see that the democracies led by the United States have to reassert their will to defend themselves and to oppose their enemies in time while there's still time, before the jarring gong of danger wakes them up and wakes them up too late.
Okay, first and foremost, the popularity of Israel, I think, among Democratic voters is like below 20%. This war is wildly unpopular, but more than anything, this type of fear-mongering propaganda, especially from a foreign leader, as though he's lecturing the American people about good versus evil, criticizing it's a majority Christian state, criticizing the Lord and personal savior of all of these Christian Zionists. This is just weird shit on top of weird shit. But more than anything, I think it's important to keep stating the number one killer of children in the world right now is this man's regime.
Well, and also I think that for me, it shows Benjamin Netanyahu is calling the shots on what Donald Trump does. You know, you've heard over and over how he brought him into the war, all the different reasons, whatever. But then he bombs this site. 17% of the oil in the world is that. Iran bombs it. Now we don't have it. Retaliation by Israel. Donald Trump says, Israel's not going to do this again. And my first thought was, you're not in charge, buddy. Benjamin Netanyahu is in charge, and his statements in that, he can say whatever the fuck he wants to the American people because he knows that he gets to tell the United States what to do, and it makes me sick.
Yeah, and I do think there's going to be some friction here. I think that as oil rises and Trump's approval plummets and a lot of people in his base, these country club Republicans there's going to be a face-off, and we can pontificate Benjamin Netanyahu controls President Trump, but does he really? I think more than anything, Jared Kushner is the liaison in this. And if you look at the double dealings of Jared Kushner in all of this and the people that were whispering in Trump's ear, British intelligence says that Witkoff and Kushner are Israeli assets. So it's going to be very interesting as all of this unfolds. But we need to remember that in the United States government, the secretaries, his cabinet that he appoints, all of these people are puppets. Mm-hmm. They do not call the shots. Pete Hegseth does not run the Department of Defense, and I refuse to call it the Department of War. Other people, like I would say Jared Kushner, Witkoff, Trump, Stephen Miller, Benjamin Netanyahu, run the Department of Defense. But Pete Hegseth is 100% a pathological liar. Every time he walks up to the microphone, he lies because in Trump's regime, incompetence trickles down, lying trickles down. They are changing the American culture. This is a cancer that will live far beyond Trump because Pete Hegseth is really young. Listen to this. Let me read this headline to you. I'll pop this up. Breaking NBC by Kyle Griffin. Pete Hegseth says family after family of service members killed urged the administration to not stop until the job is done. But the father of one of those service members says he never said that. This father goes on to say, I can't speak for the other families. When he spoke to me, that was not something we talked about. He's completely lying. Put yourself in the horrific position of being a parent of one of the kids, young individuals that dies over abroad. Do you really think you're going to be sitting here saying continue the mission, or do you think you're going to be saying, why are we doing this? They didn't have nukes. It's lie on top of lie on top of lie. But Pete Hegseth will continue to march out, and they govern via lies and propaganda from start to finish. And here's just some incredible analysis by Laura Rosen on the war right now as it pertains to the United States of America. Pop this up. The shit is hitting the fan. Trump blundered into what he thought would be a few-day excursion, as he calls it, maybe Venezuela 2.0. This is not what Israel had in mind. The military has hit all of its targets. He has no idea what he is doing. His intelligence and other aides were appointed not to tell him anything he does not want to hear. Not a single one of them can explain what the goal is. Congressional Republicans have their heads deep in the sand and now talk of $200 billion Pentagon supplemental and sending more potential ground troops. And this is exactly right. Her analysis is spot on. The propaganda and the lies and the ever-shifting narrative coming out of the Trump regime changes within the daily news cycle. Trump, and I told you this when I heard him say this, listener, when he watched the U.S. military go into Venezuela and capture Maduro, afterwards you could hear how excited he was. He goes, "Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was like I was watching a movie." And I thought, oh shit. That is chum in the water, and this shark is going to now say, oh, this is going to be fun to use the military. So whatever forces, whether it's Kushner, which undeniably it was, if we believe the Secretary of State and if we believe the Speaker of the House, that Israel convinced Trump to go into this with its assets, Kushner and Witkoff, I think Trump's told, yeah, we'll go in there, we'll rough them up, you'll be this proud winner. The problem is Israel's goals in this war and the United States goals, whatever they may be, are never going to be aligned. The American public doesn't really have any interest in regime change and fighting these long wars. We've been doing it forever. American foreign policy is arrogant, disjointed, reckless in its spending, reckless in its dehumanizing and arbitrary killing of random countries that they decide to attack at the behest of some sort of, new alignment in the Middle East, which never seems to happen. It only seems to make quagmires worse and worse and worse. And now let's just remember $200 billion in additional supplemental funding. Do you know what Biden spent through his whole 4 years on Ukraine? $180 billion. So this is just supplemental. So we are going to be well into the high billions, approaching trillion, if we follow what Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israelis want us to do. And that prick, Benjamin Netanyahu, to suggest in his press conference, oh, there's going to have to be some sort of ground game. Well, who are you going to send? Netanyahu, you're going to send Americans. That's what he's going to do.
To your point about these cabinet members being puppets, Pete Hegseth, he gets on these unhinged press conferences where he's screaming in red, white, and blue, and we're so strong, and tells all these lies. I have watched interviews with lawmakers when they leave briefings with Pete Hegseth, when he comes in and talks about epic fury. And they're like, if you ask him a question that's not on his script of, I am so strong and we're going to kill the bad guys, he has absolutely zero idea about strategy, goals, overseeing, intelligence. He is so incompetent with his hubris. He is so dangerous. But when I think of ground troops going in to Iran, I think this whole operation of Pete Hegseth, it's so unbelievably ridiculous that the Department of Defense is led by somebody with no ability to lead the Department of Defense.
And I would just reiterate here, it is my firm opinion, Pete Hegseth calls zero shots in this. I do not think that the Secretary of Homeland, I don't think Kristi Noem called any shots. I believe that this government is run by a very tight inner circle of oligarchs and compromised people who are enriching themselves. The incompetence that you see in Hegseth is, of course, permeates throughout the entire cabinet. I do not believe he is calling shots because they will not even listen to the Pentagon. And Pete Hegseth was not mentioned in any of the reporting of the inner circle that made this decision to go to war. His name was conveniently left out. Rubio was in there. Kushner was in there. Witkoff was in there. Hegseth is left out. So as little as you think of Pete Hegseth, even amongst the bottom feeders that are ruling the United States of America right now, they share with you the incompetence. He's nothing more than a puppet that goes out at the coaching of Stephen Miller, blusters, acts like a blowhard, taps out, and then goes and prays on his knees for hours on end, and then comes back out and makes up more lies. But within this administration, propaganda is how they govern. And the White House's Stephen Chung is really quite a piece of work. And he is all over the internet because Iran, the Iranian regime, has hung a 19-year-old who was a protester of the regime, which is horrific, absolutely horrible. Pop this up. Stephen Chung says, 19 years old, champion wrestler, executed in a public hanging. This is the terrorist Iranian regime. And I say, yes, it absolutely is a terrorist Iranian regime. I completely agree with you. Now, Stephen Chung, apply that to American protesters. Apply that same thought track. Go down that same road for Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Can you do it? Oh, no. You not only execute protesters in the United States of America, but it is the federal government's policy to then call them a terrorist. A woman who is a mom who has her fucking black lab in the back of her car that gets shot by one of your fucking pink-armed dweebs, shoots her in the face, calls her a fucking bitch, and then Kristi Noem and all the other pieces of shit that you govern with call her a terrorist. So spare me the sanctimony. Spare me that we're so different from Iran. Spare me that in your wildest of dreams, if you dive all over right-wing media, they want public hangings. They want public executions. Your own leader says we need to sniff out the vermin that is the enemy from within, which are liberals. So this sort of moral duplicity that plays so incredibly well in the right wing, and this hypocrisy right here with them, that somehow they give a shit about that 19-year-old soccer player. Spare me. You don't give a shit. You will blank check Benjamin Netanyahu and the IDF soldiers that are now raping people with impunity. And you will never stand up for them. This is opportunistic piling on to the execution when the United States of America is morally hardly any different than this. It is just insane. You talk about all of the crazy religious fanatics that run Iran. Look at the crazy religious fanatics in the United States of America that have ascended into the center of the president's cabinet. Look at the killings of American citizens. Americans are being incarcerated for paperwork issues. You are separating kids with paperwork issues from their families. So fuck off, Stephen Chung. Am I outraged? And is my heart broken for that 19-year-old Iranian? Yes, the regime is awful.
Boots on the ground.
The point is,
the
the American and Israeli regimes are every bit as fucking bad. Mm-hmm. They are carpet bombing Iran.
On the ground.
They shot down a school with 160 little girls in it. We are bombing Beirut. Israel is. They targeted a journalist. They killed 120 journalists. Stephen, where's your outrage for those journalists trying to report on war crimes? There is fucking none, because they just want to trot this out to dunk on liberals. And it is such fucking bullshit. It is American arrogance at its finest. All right, that's all we have. Like, subscribe. We'll be back later with a lot more shitty news.
F-15s going down in friendly fire. F-15s going down in friendly. 100 more Marines to the CENTCOM area of responsibility. They're going to be linking up with the 2,500 who were committed just a week ago, fast-tracked as well. When all said and done, you're talking about 8,000 to 10,000 troops that have been jettisoned into this region when you factor in all the support and auxiliary personnel. This is ostensibly for the purpose of being the tip of the spear for what likely will be a future ground invasion into Iran. And it should be noted that there are already 50,000 troops that are stationed in this region. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we are going to see the deployment of tens of thousands more in the weeks and months ahead. I've been getting a lot of DMs from people saying that they're getting their marching orders. Now, before we get into today's video, a word of caution. I'm very concerned right now. I've always said that when they cancel me, that's when you don't have much time to prepare, because I'm very perceptive to the Overton window. I'm not perceptive to everything, but when it comes to knowing the boundaries of the Overton window, that political range of acceptable talking points, I know it well. I know pretty much everything that most outspoken podcasters on here do that eventually gets them canceled. But I limit my exposition of those things because I've yet to find a hill that's worth dying on. And to be pragmatic and to make sure that I can continue to get you this information, I've tried to keep things punctuated within that range. Now, if I get canceled, knowing that I keep things kosher, so to speak, then you know that you don't have much time left to prepare because they're getting ready to do something drastic. And I have a suspicion that that time may be coming soon. I hope it doesn't. I hope, they're perfectly content with me giving you this level of information, guiding you to water so that you can explore concepts that are related to the things that we talk about by yourself. I think I get you most of the way there. But just keep that in mind, that we're getting really, really close to crunch time here. Now, what you're seeing on the screen is an alleged shoot down of an F-35. This video was released by the IRGC. Apparently, they were able to hit an F-35, at least it forced it to land. Now, we don't know if it actually hit it or if pilot was rattled and he had to land. Maybe there was some, minor malfunction on the plane. Anyways, allegedly, this is real. This is being broadcast on CNN and all the mainstream networks, which, of course, we know mainstream. You don't have to give me that whole spiel. But nonetheless, this seems to be legit. Now, if this is true, this is pretty significant, even though it's only one plane. What this means is that it bleeds, and it certainly punctures that aura of invincibility that the U.S. has relied on over the years, not only to sell its products, but in order to instill fear in the hearts of the enemy. Because, quite frankly, I don't think a lot of these people.
All hell continues to break loose as Donald Trump's disastrous and unlawful war in Iran continues to spiral out of control now. It is not looking good for Donald Trump. His physical and cognitive health are rapidly deteriorating. It's unclear for how much longer can this even last at this point. His body is physically decomposing. His mind has already decomposed. We saw this.
Remember that weird spot on his neck?
Yeah. He said Donald Trump is decomposing. His brain is decomposing. Everything is decomposing. Oh, snap.
Saw play out yesterday during that disastrous Oval Office meeting with the Prime Minister of Japan, Takaishi, where Donald Trump basically yelled at her and said, "Why didn't you tell me when Pearl Harbor was going to take place? So I wanted to surprise you with my invasion of Iran because Japan is really good at surprises because you didn't tell me about Pearl Harbor." I want to show you just what Donald Trump's hand looked like yesterday. Zoom in, folks, on that hand. I mean, it is complete.
He said that while she was sitting there about Pearl Harbor. Some shit that happened when he wasn't even in office. He wasn't even heard of. This is that stupid stuff. Oh my God. Pearl Harbor, Donald Trump.
Completely discolored at this point. We know he has the neck rashes. Both his left hand and his right hand are decomposing. Let me just show you what it looked like when the Prime Minister of Japan, Takaishi, arrived. You can see her here. Donald Trump throws up his.
How embarrassing. Him bringing up Pearl Harbor to her. She's probably like, what the hell are you talking about?
His hands. By the way, Donald Trump can't walk straight anymore. And we saw that Donald Trump.
Is he decomposing? I can't believe he said that. That is so stupid.
Couldn't walk straight also when he visited Japan several months back, and Prime Minister Takaishi had to escort him because he didn't know where he was. And I know corporate news doesn't want to really cover this at all, although as the Midas Touch Network leads the way in covering Donald Trump's physical and cognitive deterioration, we're finally starting to see some headlines and some coverage of this. But again, did you see what he looked like when he was with Prime Minister Takaishi and he was wandering and she had to literally like hold him and walk him? Remember when that went down? But let me just show you some of the headlines that are finally being reported on. And then I want to really dig into this. Oh, by the way, Governor Pritzker was on CNN last night, and he said, this is dementia, as Donald Trump has brought the United States into this disastrous war against Iran. According to Pritzker, he's like, that's why I believe this is clearly dementia. I share that opinion, and I'm just giving you my opinion speech here, protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I believe that he is cognitively and physically declining to a point where he doesn't even know where the hell he is anymore at this point. Take a look at some of these headlines from Above the Law. Donald Trump has totally not dementia-addled 1,000-word meltdown about the Supreme Court. Trump heads to Truth Social to launch meandering attack on the rule of law. Or how about this from the International Business Times, which also appeared in OK Magazine? Dementia Don strikes again. Clueless Donald Trump fuels health rumors after St. Patrick's Day gaffe. A presidential slip that exposes cracks. Donald Trump sparked a fresh wave of mockery and health concerns this week when he referred to Ireland's female president, Catherine Connolly, as he during a White House meeting with Irish Prime Minister Martin to mark St. Patrick's Day. The slip-up, captured on video amidst tense talk of Iran, has critics branding Trump Dementia Don once more. How about this headline from Radar Online? Trump's embarrassing mix-up about his father's birthplace sparks dementia speculation. Donald Trump said that his father was born in Germany and his mom was born in the UK. Donald Trump's father, Fred, who had dementia, died from dementia and Alzheimer's, was born in New York. How about this headline from the Times? Trump's doctors explain red marks on his neck. The White House physician told the Times that Donald Trump was simply using common cream as a preventative measure, and that's why he has a rash all over his neck. How about this one? Maren Morris, Grammy Award-winning artist, slams people who vote for dementia-ridden Donald Trump. She says that she has no forgiveness for people who got bamboozled by Donald Trump. Filming herself speaking directly in front of the camera, she goes, I don't have forgiveness for triple Trumpers or any of the Trumpers. You did vote for this. He is a dementia-ridden, diaper-clad, cornball ex-TV host, bankrupt to F-U-C-K. Look at his stats.
You guys think he's wearing
she
a diaper?
goes and says, and she goes, you've all got bamboozled. This is literally the result of employing and voting for losers, she added. And Pete Hegseth, oh my God, girl, is effing alcoholic sideburns. You're done. Sorry to empty the clip, she wrote in the caption. Well done. Well, now let me show you what Illinois Governor Pritzker had to say. And here Governor Pritzker says, I think Trump has dementia. He's not sure what he's even saying anymore. Watch what Governor Pritzker told CNN last night. Let's play this clip.
You said that there's something wrong with him. What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's clear that he's not sure what he's saying from moment to moment, and then he'll promise something and then not deliver it. He'll say something, then he'll say something completely contrary to that. And I don't know anybody that acts like that doesn't have some kind of a problem and some kind of issue thinking things through. That is what I think, and I've been saying that for some time. I think he's got some dementia.
Dementia?
You think he's got dementia? That's what you think we see when we see sentences like I just played there then?
Exactly. And then, you're hearing contrary things from 1 hour to the next, and not just about war, about lots of other things. You might think, oh, he's being secretive.
Oh, wow.
Well, not when he's talking about, domestic cost of goods, for example, or tariffs or other things. The man, there's something wrong with him. I can't diagnose it, but I'm sure other people can.
Yeah, and obviously we don't have any reporting on that, but I just wanted to understand exactly what you were saying there.
All right, I want to pull out some other receipts yesterday to show you Donald Trump physically and mentally deteriorating. This is when Donald Trump demanded to know from the Japanese Prime Minister why he was not warned about Pearl Harbor. That's what he wants to know. Why did they not warn him about that? Okay, play this clip.
We went in very hard. And we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? He's asking me, do you believe in surprise?
Oh my God. This is an idiot. What a loony patoonie. He's talking about Pearl Harbor. She is so uncomfortable. She is so uncomfortable.
Right? He's asking me, do you believe in surprise? I think much more so than us. Harbor, okay? Right? Better about surprise than Japan, okay? Very hard. And we didn't tell anybody about it.
To know why did they not warn him about that? Okay, play this clip.
We went in very hard.
Something about a warning.
And we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right? He's asking me, do you believe in surprise? I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much more than we anticipated.
Then Donald Trump claims that the Dow is now at 50,000 when the stock market yesterday was at like 45,800. He was saying it's at 50,000. Nobody thought it could be done. Nobody. All the other markets had increased significantly more percentage basis than the United States did. But here Donald Trump is saying that the Dow is 50,000. Here, play this clip.
The Dow just hit 50,000 a couple of weeks ago. They said that couldn't happen for.
I believe your 83-year-old mother could do a lot better than what Donald Trump is doing. Trust me. She wouldn't be talking about Pearl Harbor.
He's asking me, do you believe in surprise?
Okay, play this clip.
We went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise?
Bragging, and don't need to. There's no need for you to be bragging about surprising Japan and Pearl Harbor and all this other stuff you making up.
In Japan. Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right?
They said,
he's asking me. Do you believe in surprise? I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much more than we anticipated.
Shut up.
It's hard to listen to it.
You almost sound like Megan. We knocked down 2 things that we were supposed to knock down, and we are over. He just sounds so dumbity-doo. What is he saying? What 2 things did he knock down?
50% of what and much more than we anticipated.
Then Donald Trump.
We knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what and much.
The first 2 days, we knocked out 50% of what? What are you saying?
The first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what we, and much more than we anticipated.
Then Donald Trump claims that the Dow is now at 50,000 when the stock market yesterday was at like 45%
of what we.
Of what, Donald Trump?
You believe in surprise, I think, much more so than us. And we had to surprise them, and we did. And because of that surprise, we knocked out, the first 2 days, we probably knocked out 50% of what we, and much more than we anticipated.
Then Donald Trump claims that the Dow is now at 50,000 when the stock market yesterday was at like 45,800. He was saying it's at 50,000. Nobody thought it could be done. All the other markets had increased significantly more percentage basis than the United States did. But here Donald Trump is saying that the Dow was 50,000. Here, play this clip.
The Dow just hit 50,000 a couple of weeks ago. They said that
That was a couple of weeks ago.
Couldn't happen for 4 years. It wouldn't happen in my term. It's such a outrageous thing because I said it would happen.
Yes.
I didn't know it was going to happen that fast.
And
but
he's
just
lying. The liar-do of it all. We're going in the shitter, my husband said.
We are.
Not the shitter. Oh, I don't know if I can say that on Facebook.
Whoops.
Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just making up shit. And we're sitting here, I don't know if half the country believes him, but some people believe the crap of Doolittle that's coming out of his mouth a do. It's a whole bunch of crap of Doolittle. He started this war. Now he want our allies to fly in and help. And they're like, we ain't getting involved in that. And then we're trying to make it pretend like we're doing Iran a favor by being over there bombing them. Just that stupid stuff. How are we helping them? Thank you. Thank you for the truth. The truth. Oh, that's sad. So did this other lady. Forgot her name. She was on the Apollo Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Kiki Shepard. I think it's Kiki Shepard.
50,000, and we did that in 1 year, not 4. S&P had just hit 7,000. They said that was even.
Oh, he's not trying to get us any money. He's not trying to get the American people more money. He's not trying to put more money in our pockets.
Nope.
Oh, no. He's taking things from our pockets. He's making it harder for the American people. How is that not clear as day? He's making it harder for the American people. Hello, and their kids. But he's a helper. He's trying to get rid of this to make it better. How are you going to get rid of Medicaid first? Take all these people off of Medicaid so they don't have any help. And a lot of people are going to start being unalive because they don't have Medicaid, because this idiot of a president said he's going to change it and make it better. No, he does not want to change and make it better. He just wants to take the financial part of it. And that's what he did. Now millions of Americans don't have Medicaid. Oh, they were frauding. It was fraud. It was fraud, so they had to get rid of it. That's that BS. Let's get rid of the whole program and let people not have a choice of life because they don't have Medicare. And they're just gonna wither up. You'll start seeing it when you have to take your mother, your grandmother, or someone to the hospital, and they tell you, "Oh, sorry, buddy, but you don't have any insurance. There's the exit door. Oh, we can't operate on you because you're not insured for that. You're not insured for that, so we can't operate on you. Get out." Oh, you don't have any money to buy any food? There's nothing on your food stamp card? Get the hell out the store. Your baby just gonna have to go hungry tonight. That's what the hell is going on in our American. But he gonna go over across the street and help those people by bombing them? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh, honey?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna go across the street and bomb them and say, "Oh, we're over here to help you. We're just here to help." They don't give a damn. Donald Trump don't give a damn. He does not give a dang-a-doo. He doesn't care about us. Not even his own people. Like, I know he don't care about us, but his own people, the ones that vote for him. Oh, no. The delulu is real. The brainwashing and the delulu of believing that Donald Trump cares about you is a delulu. But he cares about the Iranians. He's going to go over there and save them from their regime. Wow, that's stupid stuff. He said 50,000 something. He said something 50,000. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's making up shit in his head. And we supposed to believe it. Hello, Polly. How are you? It's so good to see you. I ran ready for them to in kind. They're going to be waiting on us when we hit the ground. When the troops hit the ground, Iranians going to be ready. They're not playing with the United States of America. They're not scared of us. Donald Trump thinks that countries are afraid of us. But they're not. What do they have to lose? Not a damn thing. Yeah, he's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment. But the country he's helping has free health care. The country he's helping has free health care.
We don't have it here.
No, people are going to be dying. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people will die in the future because of lack of health care. And he just demolished the cancer research situation. Screw that. Screw any breakthroughs we were going to get through with that, because Donald Trump doesn't believe that we need that. Oh, and didn't he F with the Babe the COVID situations, like the trying to find cures? Didn't he do something with that?
I was worried about the Dow Jones. That's what it was. And I was afraid that if it got out, COVID was a real thing, the Dow would crash and it would hurt him to win re-election.
And he wouldn't tell the American people.
Yeah, he downplayed it every step.
He waited. Yep. We were already in it. I ain't listening to him. I did not listen to him during the COVID situation. We went on lockdown before he told us to go on lockdown. Screw that. I was pregnant too. Oh, yes, you can, Mary. Oh, yes, you can. If you don't have your medical stuff into place, those medical people can refuse care to you, sweetheart. Yes, they can. And watch how they start doing it. When them people come in there with no insurance, they're gonna tell them to get the hell up out of there. Watch. You'll see it. I'll play it for us. I'll show those people that are not getting the care that they need. Don't let me pull up something now. All of it, Debbie. Medicaid, Medicare, Meta, whatever. He got rid of one or the other. He shouldn't have gotten rid of it. People need it. He got rid of one or the other. And now people don't have the insurance. Oh, no. We got some weak ass Republicans in the White House. That's for sure. Okay? They're weak, a weakity. Okay? They don't speak up. They don't speak up against this president and what he's doing, even though they don't agree with half the shit that he's doing, that they won't speak up and say something. Speak up, say something, do something. Yes. They won't do anything. They're just sitting back watching our country go down into shrivels. We're going into shrivel dibble. Okay? And every time I see my president, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Hello, Leslie. Okay, Debbie, once again, I don't know what you're talking about. You're more than welcome to come up here and talk about your stance on this situation, but it really does not have anything to do with Medicare and Medicaid. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with our food stamps being removed. It has nothing to do with our gas prices going up. The American people. Yep. There's something wrong with the Democrats and there's something wrong with the Republicans, okay? Both of them got issues. The Democrats act like they ain't got a backbone and the Republicans is just scared as hell over Donald Trump. Like, oh, I'm going to lose my job. Oh, they're not going to like me. Oh, I've never seen any wussy men before. Ted Cruz, he's a wussy. Yes, Pickles. Cancer research has been, no, that's what I heard, it's been removed. Yeah, they cut funding. They did something. They did something to the cancer research. What did Donald Trump do with the cancer research? What did Donald Trump do with the cancer research? Donald Trump administration took a dual approach to cancer research, marked by both targeted funding, border funding restrictions. Key actions included launching the $500 million childhood cancer data incentive, Trump's team decimates efforts to fund a cure for cancer and other deadly diseases. House Committee and on Appropriations. Told you. Decimate. Distractions.
More impossible than the Dow hitting 50. And we did.
It is so amazing to me that how much he's done to actually destroy what we have built. And it's not going to be easy to fix. The changes that he is making is not going to be easy to fix. He's got ICE running around terrorizing the American people. I mean, you can turn to the left, to the right, to the up, to the down, and Donald Trump is doing something to terrorize the American people.
That in 1 year, so it's all done. Everything was going great.
Then Donald Trump starts basically yelling at NATO when he was with Prime Minister Takaishi and said, why didn't the UK and why didn't all these other NATO countries give me the ships before the war started? I don't want them after the war started.
What war? I thought we wasn't in a war. He keeps confusing the hell out of me. He said there wasn't any war and the war was just against Iran. If I was NATO, I wouldn't give him a damn.
Started? Well, Donald, because you didn't tell them that the war was going to start. The whole issue was you rushed into this unlawful war with Netanyahu and you didn't tell anybody about it. Here, play this.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care that he rushed into this war and didn't tell anybody about it or warn or has any plans or have something figured out. No, the only thing he's got to say is the nukes. They're making nuclear bombs, and they're not doing that.
It's clip.
But we think of it, we don't use the strait. We're defending the strait for everybody else. And then in the case of NATO, they don't want to help us defend the strait, and they're the ones that need it. But now they're getting much nicer because they're seeing my attitude. They're getting much nicer. But it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's too late.
They're getting much nicer because they see my attitude. What, pouting? Because NATO don't want to help you finish a war that you started? This is so something to do. It really is. It really is. And we can listen to the other side. We can definitely listen to the other side because we're listening to the head man in charge here. Donald Trump, we're hearing it from his own voice, how he's upset with NATO. But NATO told him, hold up, wait a minute. Nobody wants to go to war with Iran. Slow down. Hold up. What's your plan? What you got going on? Not a damn thing. He doesn't even know.
UK wants to send aircraft carriers now. And I said, I want the aircraft carriers.
UK, you better stay out of it. You better stay out of the war. Trump's war. Stay out of Trump's war. Stay out of his war.
Before the war. I don't want them after the war is won. They want to send me aircraft carriers after the war is. There's practically nobody to shoot at them.
Then Donald Trump continues to claim that Iran's Navy, Air Force.
The UK said, we will send some stuff, but after you retreat. After. They don't want to be bothered with this. Slow Joe is retired. Okay? He done moved on. Now we're dealing with, I'm not going to say that word, but they said it earlier. Shit. I'm not going to say it. But it starts with the D.
And anti-aircraft equipment are gone while Iran has been striking the LNG facilities in Qatar, the liquefied natural gas facilities in Qatar, energy facilities in Saudi Arabia, energy facilities in Haifa, Israel, cluster ammunition in Israel, attacking all the Arab nations with American interests nearby. Iran just released footage yesterday showing its air defense system successfully hitting an American F-35. You can see as Israel and the United States were launching attacks on Iran or Tehran last night, you can literally see the Iranian air defenses that are active. Iran has air defenses. They're shooting at the planes. Can you see it right there?
Yeah,
but Donald Trump says everything is destroyed, right? We played the clip.
We've obliterated just about everything there is to obliterate, including leadership. Their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft equipment is gone.
Why is he lying to us? Their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, everything that they have is gone. Now we know everything they have is not kaput. Good. They shouldn't. They shouldn't get involved in this senseless war, Debbie. 3 more years of Trump. He's only been in the office for 1 year. Oh my God, we're in some hell of a trouble. We're in some hell of a trouble. And what I don't understand is how in the hell someone that was convicted of 32 counts of fraud could be considered a president. He is illegal. And Bundy knows that Donald Trump is all up in those Epstein files. She is trying to hide it so bad that it's like all these other administrations had these, and now they are wanting millions and millions of files for me that we've already given, and we've done the best we could, and that's all we're going to do about it. No, that's not the best you can. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to release the real deal thank you meal. And shame on Joe Biden for not bringing these files out sooner. Now, what is he lying about? Okay, he's lying. He hasn't taken out their military, their aircraft, all this stuff that he's saying that they've taken out. Their leaders,
including leadership. Their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft equipment is gone. We're flying wherever we want, Pete. We have nobody even shooting at us. They have
If we got all this going on, then why the hell do we need our allies' help?
I mean, and as you know, their leadership is gone. Their leaders are gone. They pick new leaders, they're gone. They pick new leaders, they're gone.
Oh, God, all the leaders are gone. Everybody that is in control over there is gone. They have nothing.
Now they're looking for new leaders again.
Then Donald Trump starts talking to he calls on a Japanese reporter and then says, "Are you a good one? Or is he good? Is he a good reporter? I see you're like her. Like he looks Japanese. I mean, what are you even saying here? Here, playing this clip of Trump saying that.
This looks like one of your people right here. Is he good or bad? Good. Is he-
How rude! Oh my God! Oh, God, one of your people. Are you good? Is she good? It's one of your people. That's just like someone asking him, someone that looks like him, hey, is Donald Trump good? You look just like him. Is he good? Oh my God. You know, okay. Yeah, and so is Donald Trump. He's full of propaganda too. That's why you like him? Because he's not a lifetime politician. He's a nutty dude. That's why you like Donald Trump, because he's a nutty dude? Come on, where's my bell? Trump is a nutty dude, okay? A nutty dude. You can pick any other person that's not a politician to be the president of the United States. But why this nutty dude? He's pointing to someone in the crowd that looks like her and saying to her, they look just like you. That is just wrong on every freaking level. No, he said everyone. He said the Army, the Air Force, every leader, and then that leader, and then that leader before that, and the leader before that, and the leader before that. He's taking everybody out. The war's over. So why has he got ground troops deploying ground troops? Yeah, why is he deploying a whole war, dude? But he said he would never start a war. He was campaigning on how he was a warless president. So I guess, Black, it's okay that Donald Trump was at some point bankrupt, but now all of a sudden he's a billionaire. How did he become a billionaire? Off the backs of me and you lying, inside trading? How all of a sudden he become a billionaire? Remember, he was selling Bibles because he didn't have any money. We forgot. Now he's a billionaire. He got rich off of being in the presidency, trading and stocks and war and all this other to do. I could do a live on that. No, he doesn't. He speaks bloobity doo. Okay, this is a boobily doo. I thank you. Hit the like button, guys. We can agree to disagree and still have a great time. Okay. Black, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that got to do with Donald Trump's war. His war. What does that got to do with the subject at hand? Are they trying to impeach him? That's what I heard. And what does that got to do with him deploying troops on the ground? This is a war that Donald Trump has started. Are we not seeing that? Are we in denial? Is this not his war? They're getting ready to deploy them, Debbie. They're preparing. They're preparing ground troops, ground troops, ground troops. Yeah, sure. So that makes it okay for Donald Trump to do it because Nancy did it. Shame on you, Nancy. But you're just like Debbie. You're deflecting. You're deflecting. He's got $3 billion. It's either $3 or $6 billion since he's been in office. What kind of SHICTH stuff is that? Where does he get $6 billion from? Okay. Where is he getting this money from? Hello. But I thought he was supposed to make eggs go down and the gas prices to be a certain level. No, he's doing the opposite of what he said he was going to do. And what the hell is Epstein? Where the hell is the Epstein files? We're going to get into the Epstein situation because we keep trying to deflect. Did you hear Bundy yesterday deflecting? I did the best I could. No. High fuel prices under slow Joe. Yeah, right. We love talking about stuff that's in the past. In the past. But not what's in front of us. Because we have to protect our president. Stop protecting your president and tell the truth. Just be honest. Don't deflect. The deflecting reminds me of just trying to get out of something. Okay, so what? Joe had gas prices. No, not like this. Trust me. I would have known. Woo. No. Leave Joe alone. Joe's retired. We're talking about the current president and the job status. What the hell is going on with that ado? You guys don't want to talk about these things. You want to talk about Joe and Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton. Everybody but your president. He's effing up. Look at the way he's talking to this lady. I think I see your cousin over there, girl.
Here, playing this clip of Trump saying that.
Is that your cousin? They're your people. Look, your people are over there. Your people. Your people. He said, oh, look, there's your people. They look just like you. What president just has no decorum? Oh, I'm so sorry about Chuck Norris. May he rest in peace. I think my husband told me about it. We will pay tribute to him, Kamori. Maybe like, I'll see if I can pull up something on him, okay? Don't let me forget. Just remember, Trump is an idiot, a convicted felon, a pedo, and now a war criminal. Say what? Oh! And what does the Republicans do? Look straight ahead like they don't see it. D. And where's Mitch McConnell? Where is he at? This is all your fault, Mitch McConnell. This is all your fault that we got this going on. I agree with Lisa. Let's remember, he's an idiot. He's a convicted felon. He's a pedo. And now he's war criminal. Bomb that school. Bomb the schooly dude. No, what are we doing over there, Black? Where is there? What's the war about? Explain it to me. Still don't know what that got to do with anything. This regime is their regime. We're all up in it. No, what are we doing over there? What's the point? We are talking about our president. He's I have my thoughts about him. I've given him the opportunity to be our president, to act like he is our president. But every time I give him that opportunity, he fails at every level. He fails at every level. When he thought that Peretti and Nancy, the two people that were unalived by his gangsters, did anything to them to deserve unaliving, was a sick situation. Let's don't forget about them, okay? So our president has done a lot of doo-doo bird. No, let me not say that because doo-doo bird will get mad at me. He's done a lot of stupid stuff. And stuff I've never ever seen presidents do before in my life. Too bad we can't play his stuff. Please hit the like button. I want to thank my my mods for being here. I appreciate that. And that is so sad about Chuck Norris. He is a legend and will always be one. I know. I'm mad about that, Black. Shame on you Democrats, number one, for not bringing these files out beforehand, because now we got to deal with incompetence by Bonnie and pretend that, oh, nothing to see here, sweeping under the rug. Yeah, they should have been brought these files out way in the beginning. Now we got to deal with this. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Black. She's the Prime Minister of Japan. And he said there's her people. Like, Debbie, how inconsiderate is that?
We've been saying here, playing this clip of Trump saying that.
This looks like one of your people. Right here.
One of your people.
Is he good or bad? Is he a good reporter or bad?
Is he a good reporter or a bad reporter? It's one of your peoples. It's one of your peoples. One of your peoples. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We love to deflect. There's nothing wrong with Joe. Tell that to the guy on the screen, Debbie. He is the one that said that those are her people. He was the one that was rude and disrespectful. There's your people. Are they good or bad? That was so wrong on every little level. The Jag effect. What do you mean, sweet? What'd you say, Snowdrop? No notification for Lady Letitia, but appear to be getting multiple messages about the Jag effect. That's suckadoo. Death threats to America? Make that make sense. So Iran made some death threats to us, and so that's why we're bombing them. Okay, I need to catch up. I am behind. Snowdrop, can you slow it down? He is the president, but he is not doing presidential things. He is not being the president he should be for all people, just for some. I'm insulted for her, the way he treated her. Pearl Harbor, and talking about those are your people. And she's looking like, what the hell are you talking about? I would have been looking like that. Oh, here we go. Obama then did something. Yeah, I heard about that because they had a deal. Not like Donald Trump. Donald Trump decided to just go over there and start bombing. Oh my God. Did you see last night's show? It was so good.
Oh, so. Not
Put one in the chat if you think he was rude for saying that those are your people. Are they nice?
He looks Japanese. I mean, what are you even saying here? Here, playing this clip of Trump saying that.
This looks like one of your people. Right here. Is he good or bad? Good. Is he a good reporter or bad?
Media posts as well yesterday. He was posting, interestingly, he was posting about the Epstein files. And he was like, Donald Trump told the police chief about Epstein. Okay, we know you're covering up the Epstein files. I don't even need to fact check you because everybody knows that you're a sexual predator and that you're covering up a child sex trafficking ring with your DOJ. Like, we all know that. It's an undisputed fact that that's what a sicko you are. Then Donald Trump is posting things like this. They threw everything they had at Donald Trump. He's still standing. America is better for it. Dude, what are you even posting? What are you even posting? Jeffrey Epstein meme. By the way, if you want to know the people who are running the government right now, they were asked in a recent expose, what's the game plan? Like, how are you running your communications programs here at the Trump White House? And they're like, we're just trying to come up with some badass memes. We're just trying to win the meme.
They like wrapping up like that. You see people like that wrapped up here in the United States. And they'll be like, damn, it's hot outside. Y'all don't have to wrap up like that here in Texas. And they be wrapped up. So it's a tradition. It's not just about a political thing, Black. No, stop covering for him, Debbie. It's like every second, every little thing he does is excusable by you. No, not necessarily. It probably was an American USA News Group asking a question. He said, oh, is that one? He did not say, is that one of yours? He said, oh, they look just like you. He was rude.
Your people. Right here.
Your people. Your people. That's what he said. He did not say, that was not nice. She did not come with them people. Your people. Her people are standing right beside her. That is that BS. Back to the BBC license fee. They are chasing a dead person to pay their... No way. I have passed on to the lawyer. Oh, they didn't take this UK license, BBC license fee, people. You have taken this too far. I know, Lisa, the liathon of it all. But look how he disrespects this lady and says, your people, you people. Oh boy, they never had a nuke. That's what they want you to believe. That is so not true. And then if it were, why not deal with that? Deal with that. No, he is not bombing them because they have a nuke. They're not, oh God, this is so pathetic. It's just I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's what they want you to believe. That's what they want you to believe. That they have a nuclear bomb and they're going to blow us to smithereens. That's not going down. Yeah, he's breaking the rules and the laws of the land and being rude and disrespectful and everything else. And then you have his people that defends this shit. And here's the thing, I don't even defend Joe Biden and Hillary them the way y'all defend Donald Trump. Like he can't do any wrong. And that's what the problem is. Because there is something wrong in every president. But not just every president. There is something really wrong with this one. Right here on this screen. Undisputed fact. No, I doubt that very seriously. I don't believe that. I believe he was rude and disrespectful. Even if he thought that she was from his country. He shouldn't have said it. Because she doesn't look like she knows who the hell she is. She didn't say, oh yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's with me. If that was the case, then why didn't she turn around and say, oh, okay, yeah, Donald Trump, she's with me. No, well, yeah, and our future is going to be effed up because of the decisions that this man is making for us today. He's messing up our kids' future. No, I did not see that. Snowdrop, you got the link? I'm going to close this down and we're going to go. Snowdrop, are you going to come to the next live? Because I have another live after this. Actually, I need to stop this one. Yeah, like the mistakes we're making now. Because you cannot tell me that this one right here is not making a whole bunch of mistakes for us in the future.
Thank you. Is he good or bad? Good, is he a good reporter or bad? Don't you know?
So.
Not a, all right, he looks like an asshole. Go ahead.
And Donald Trump just was.
That was not her people. Them wasn't her people. She had to look at him and say, yeah, them my people. Them my people.
This looks like one of your people. Right here.
Look, one of your people.
Thank you. Is he good or bad? Good, is he a good reporter or bad? Don't you know?
So.
Not a, all right, he looks like an asshole. Go ahead.
And Donald Trump just was making some deranged social media posts as well yesterday.
Not a, all right, he looks like an asshole. Go ahead.
And Donald Trump just was making some deranged social media posts.
Your people. Right here. Thank you. Is he good or bad? Good, is he a good reporter or bad? Don't you know?
So.
Not a,
What are your people?
And Donald Trump just was making some deranged social media posts as well yesterday. He was posting, interestingly, he was posting about the Epstein files. And he was like, Donald Trump told the police chief about Epstein. Okay, we know you're covering up the Epstein files. I don't even need to fact check you because it's about Epstein. Okay.
Ex-police chief says Trump told him, the goodness, you're stopping Epstein in 2000. How is he stopping Epstein? Oh, is he trying to say, okay, hold up, everybody bear with me. Is he trying to say that he knew what was going on with Epstein in 2000 and he was telling the police chief that he was glad that had happened? And you mean to tell me he knew in 2000? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Snowdrop. No, they didn't. Oh, they are wrong for that. Isn't Putin a threat? But you don't see us over there fighting him, do you? Everybody's a threat. What do you think Iran was going to do? Come over here? Start bombing us? Something stupid like that? Iran know better than that. We had an agreement. Exactly, Lisa. And stop covering up for this criminal. No, I didn't see that, Snowdrop. But I was waiting on like this big bombshell moment and I never got it. I didn't get like, oh, he knew. Did they get anything from that? Like, did they get anything from him? Yes, he is. He's corrupt. And he tells you he's corrupt. Yes. He didn't want to do an investigation for Nancy and Perez. When we should have done an investigation on those thugs that killed them, unalived them. No, I don't remember that, Snowdrop. He's the president. He is the president of the United States of America. He is to blame. He's the president. That is just an excuse. It's such an excuse. It's such an excuse. Iran was not a threat to America. How? Was they bombing us? Were they getting ready to do something to us? Was there a missile headed this way that they bomb us somewhere that I don't know about? How the hell did we start this? How the hell did they didn't start the war? Is that what you guys are saying? How is he lying about Donald Trump posting this picture? What is he lying about that's coming out of Donald Trump's own mouth? How is my guy saying anything that is not truthful? And then you can definitely make up your own mind. But when it comes out of the horse's own mouth, that's when you got to say, oh, dang. It's just like us not seeing January 6th. I didn't see January 6th. Nothing happened. That wasn't Donald Trump. It wasn't his fault. I mean, it's unbelievable what people want you to see and what you don't see. The truth. The truth. I'm afraid that I won't get it from other news outlets. So I have to come here. Fortunately, I do, because I'll get a whole bunch of, oh, we bombed them, it's over. They don't have any more people. That we wiped out their everything. That's what Donald Trump said. We wiped out everything. But I'm hearing they're getting troops on the ground. Okay? Let's see what happens. It's Lady Letitia. Ooh. No. Poor Nancy. There was a what? That don't even make sense, Debbie. In Michigan, an Iranian attack in Michigan. He just keeps lying. He said he destroyed it. Hello, Burton. He said he destroyed it last week. He keeps lying about how he destroyed, their nuclear plan. He said that not too long ago again. I believe he said it last year. I really do believe that. Lady Letitia. Yeah, and there's not no imminent nuclear threat. There's no imminent nuclear threat. That's a liathon. The liathon of it all. That's why I come here and get my news, because he said this, and then come to find out that ain't really true. That ain't really true. No, I don't need a history lesson. I got the present lesson. That we're going over there bombing them for no reason. And then we're making up reasons. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a stupid, senseless, illegal war. Nobody approved it. They're calling it illegal. I hope this makes me laugh. Two. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Of course, I watch it every 5 and 30. That's what we're supposed to do.
Do you know what we're talking about?
That's
We might have.
Hold on.
Meghan Markle finally holds a real baby bump. And the funniest part about this is look how happy she is holding a real baby bump. Because whenever she used to hold her own baby bump, now we don't know what was in there. God. Baby bump.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Okay.
We know you're covering up the Epstein files. I don't even need to fact check you because everybody knows that you're a sexual predator and that you're covering up a child sex trafficking ring with your DOJ. Like, we all know that. It's an undisputed fact that that's what a sicko you are. Then Donald Trump is posting things like this. They threw everything they had at Donald Trump. He's still standing. America is better for it. And what are you even posting? What are you even posting? Jeffrey Epstein meme. By the way, if you want to know the people who are running the government right now, they were asked in a recent expose, what's the game plan? Like, how are you running your communications programs here at the Trump White House? And they're like, we're just trying to come up with some badass memes. We're just trying to win the meme war. Trying to win the meme war? That's who's running this thing? Anyway, judge for yourself. I show you those data points. You tell me what you think. I agree with Governor Pritzker, but I'm open to hear from you if you feel differently. No matter what, leave a comment, though, if you can. Help us get to 7 million subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
New Midas merch. Head to store.midastouch.com today and get yourself the best pro-democracy gear and show your support. That's store.midastouch.com.
All hell continues to break loose as Donald Trump's disastrous and unlawful it. I mean, we're hearing statements from a former French general who led the French Foreign Legion. He says,
Snowdrop, this is what I have for TMZ. I don't see Bill Clinton. I don't see his face.
Oh, wait, let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, this is behind the scenes of our TMZ live show. Kicks off at 11. It's like in little 9 minutes. You guys get filming for the TMZ live TV show that goes up on Fox. It's fun. But we just have a little geeky moment before the actual thing kicks off. Usually on Fridays we do Astrology Fridays. Very, very nice. Not nice.
But I did get the one for Megan that we're gonna watch. I saved it. The moon bump situation. Guys, we gotta shut this down and go over to the next live. I tried to find Bill Clinton's look. I wasn't able to see it.
Well, wait. Yes, but I'm very real.
We're gonna
I don't
go
want to do it today. I
out
don't want to do
with
astrology Friday.
this.
Trump's war right now kind of be like buying a
It's
discounted
called the
ticket for
Donald
the
Trump
Titanic
War.
after it had already hit the iceberg. Meanwhile, France's president, Emmanuel Macron, made it very clear. He says, we
Okay,
are not
no
taking
job.
any part in any force to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Let's just be very, very clear. We're not doing it.
Yes.
Stop putting our name out there. We're not helping at all. Also, for
Mary, is that for who's Lauren? Link Lauren. Okay. Yes, if you have something you want me to play, just put the link in the description, in the comment section, so I can get it. Okay. And preferably coming from YouTube. You know, it doesn't have to, but whatever. Okay. Just a second, Mary.
French President Emmanuel Macron also called out Israel for its bombing of Lebanon, and particularly in Beirut, in the suburbs there, and also calling out the Israeli ground operation that's kind of already taking place and that's being planned, and saying, do not invade Lebanon. Remember, Israel has called up 450 reservists to basically launch an all-out invasion of Lebanon, South Lebanon. And if you see like what Beirut looks like, I mean, it looks like Gaza. I mean, they completely.
Why were they asking them questions about Monica Lewinsky? Shit that happened like decades ago. I know, all over my stomach, snowdrop, like, back up off me. Guys, we got to go over to the next live. Yeah, I didn't see his testimony. I just thought it was stupid. I really did. We may have should have watched it. Whoa, 60%. That's a lot. That's almost there. They almost had where they can make them a Obama do. So it's time for us to strike. Yeah, that's why we're over there, right, Debbie? Because of the nukes, the missiles. I don't believe that. Tell that to somebody that believes it. Okay? I think it's a whole bunch of hogwash. It's a whole bunch of smoke screen. No. We're over there trying to take something that doesn't belong to us. So we're making it seem like they're the enemy. Or becoming more of the enemy where we need to strike. No, we make deals. We try to handle our adversaries with, with situations like deals and stuff like that. We don't go in there fighting and throwing missiles and bombs and saying that, oh, this is a good thing because the people want it. And then to say, oh, yeah, they have a nuclear bomb, so we have to stop it at all costs. I'm sure if there was a problem, those European states that you're saying that we're trying to save too would have stepped in, but they're not even stepping in now. The UK is like, what are you doing? The UK don't want none of this. Okay, what is this snowdrop? Hold on. Oh, she's live. Hi, wonderful. I say we go visit her, but I'm finna go live again too. Listen, guys, we got to get out of here. We need to go over there and see what's going on with Megan. Okay, it's been 2 hours. Thank you for that. Snowdrop.
Israel completely demolished it. They're like demolishing buildings. If like they believe Hezbollah's in it, that's what they say. They say Hezbollah just destroy the whole building, regardless of if there are civilians in there, innocent people there, doctors who are there. They seem like they're killing doctors. And the United States and Israel killed the little girls in the elementary school in Iran, and they're blowing up energy facilities and desalination facilities, and it's all backfiring because Iran was striking the Riyadh energy facilities and the LNG liquefied natural gas facility in Qatar and the Haifa energy facility. So we're just talking about escalation here to the point where the World Health Organization is preparing for possible nuclear annihilation and the fallout there. I mean, you also look at what Greenland was preparing for recently when Donald Trump was using that rhetoric. Remember, it seems like it was years ago, but it was just like a month ago where Donald Trump said that he was going to invade Greenland. Well, we learn now from Denmark's local news that Denmark was preparing for this U.S. invasion. They were really getting ready to go to war with the United States. This wasn't like something that they were like, oh, that's never going to happen. No, Denmark was prepared for an actual war against the United States. The Danish troops were sent with explosives to Greenland to destroy runways, to block U.S. landings. Blood supplies were brought out to Greenland for potential casualties. An all-out war with Denmark and the United States. Denmark was ready to go. They were ready for a war. I want to share this with you. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez just gave an interview where he, with clear moral clarity, says, I want to be clear. We in Spain are against this war in Iran because it is illegal. It's causing lots of damage. There are war crimes taking place. We are not getting involved. Watch what Spain's Prime Minister Sanchez had to say. Play this clip.
We have to be involved, engaged in a diplomatic solution, in a de-escalation of this war in Iran and in the whole Middle East. I do believe that this war is interconnected with the rest of the wars that we have witnessed over the last years when it comes to Gaza, also West Bank, and of course what is happening in the Lebanon. And that is why I think it's very important to stand for these principles, to be engaged, and to be united. And I'm looking forward for this unity in the Council, because I think it's very important. This is a very defining moment for the European Union, and I think that we need to send a clear message to our citizens and the rest of the world that Europe is with multilateralism and is with international law. And we are against this war. We are against this war because it is illegal. There's no reason behind it, and it's causing a lot of damage. Civilians, of course, refugees, and the economic consequences that the whole world, especially the global south, is already suffering.
Now, as Justine Hogg explains, this is wild. Look at this chart right here. Look at this Morning Consult poll. Okay. People in every single one of the top U.S. allies now think it's better to depend on China and to form an alliance with China than the U.S. The global balance of power is not simply tilting away from the U.S. and toward China. It has tilted. Donald Trump destroyed the United States standing in the world. Look at the drop in global perception of the U.S. The drop is basically 100% because Donald Trump, clear as day. As Ramez Nam explains, what a complete cell phone and entirely foreseeable. The damage done might be repairable, but not easily or quickly. It will take very large and clear steps in the U.S., including some substantial constitutional and legal reforms to limit the power of a crazy president. That's how the rest of the world views this right now, that the American system is defective, where the United States Supreme Court allows for a crazy criminal predator president to be able to engage in this behavior and have absolute immunity. It is a defective system. I've said it before. There needs to
Hello, Divine.
be massive constitutional changes because the Constitution is not capable of dealing with bad faith, predator, authoritarian actors like Donald Trump. It's just not. You see how he's torn the Constitution to shreds here, and it's been devastating to the United States. It's been devastating to the rest of the world. I should also note, Italy's defense minister wanted to make it very clear, because I think Trump was putting out these statements, or I think he had like UK put out this vague statement that almost made it seem like European countries were going to help in the Strait of Hormuz, and they were not. So the Italian defense minister writes, I've read completely erroneous interpretations of a document approved today by some European and non-European nations, including Italy. No war mission, no entry into Hormuz without a truce and without an extended multilateral initiative. However, we are aware of the importance for all of working to safely reopen Hormuz and believe it is right and appropriate for the United Nations to provide the legal framework for a peaceful and multilateral initiative to achieve this goal. As Ellen Milligan explains, Italy's defense minister confirms our reporting today that Europe's biggest naval powers will not begin escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz until the conflict ends. No war mission, no entry into Hormuz without a truce. In other words, Donald Trump, figure it out yourself. But for Donald Trump, figure it out yourself means help Russia and help Netanyahu. And that's basically it. Throw the United States under the bus, throw your European allies under the bus, throw the Arab nation allies under the bus, as long as it helps Putin, as long as it helps Netanyahu.
Brett here, and I've got an important report to share that relates to this war, our planet, and our future, so let me interrupt for a quick minute. As we're watching this escalating war with Iran, with oil prices surging, the Strait of Hormuz becoming a global choke point, and energy markets driving geopolitical decisions, there's a bigger picture that doesn't get talked about enough, and that's this. The very thing fueling these conflicts is fossil fuels. According to a new report highlighted by ABC News, experts are increasingly saying that a global shift to renewable energy, things like wind, solar, geothermal, could actually reduce the likelihood of war. Why? Well, because unlike oil, renewable energy isn't concentrated in a few regions that countries fight over. You can generate it almost anywhere. Think about what we're seeing right now. Iran has leverage in this war in large part because of its oil. The Strait of Hormuz matters because 20% of the world's oil flows through it. That creates vulnerability, that creates tension, that creates war incentives. But solar panels, wind farms, those don't create the same kind of geopolitical choke points. And here's where it gets even more relevant. While experts are saying renewable energy could actually lead to a less conflict globally, what are Trump officials reportedly doing? Well, they're considering paying nearly $1 billion to shut down offshore wind projects that could...
I know Donald Trump mentioned something about windmills. Why does he like them? Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to move on. Put a 2 in the chat if you want to hear more. I like him. I like him. I feel like I'm getting most of the truth from him. Hold on.
Power hundreds of thousands, even millions of homes out. Now is the time we need to hear from you, and I'm going to be reading all of your comments. Okay, Ben, back to you.
Let me give you some data points as well. So yesterday, I know with all the news going on, this seems like a blip in all of the news, but the United States envoy to Belarus, this special envoy Cole, announced that sanctions were lifted against these banks in Belarus, which are basically Russian controlled, which was a huge gift to Belarus and a huge gift to Putin. Also, the Trump regime announced yesterday that it was likely to remove oil sanctions, not just against Russia. Those are gone. Russia can sell its oil right now, but also against Iran. Russia could sell its oil. Now the Trump regime is thinking about removing oil sanctions from Iran to help Iran make money to then kill Americans as it's being helped by Russia from from all the money Russia's making helping Iran kill Americans. This is where we're at right now. And the Trump regime just continues to attack Zelensky over and over again. I'll show you in a moment what Pete Hegseth said. But first, let me show you what the Prime Minister of Qatar said yesterday when he was with one of the main leaders in Turkey, one of the main ministers in Turkey. You had the Prime Minister of Qatar saying that everybody knows who the main beneficiary of this war is and dragging the whole region into this conflict. I mean, some suggest he's talking about Netanyahu, others suggest he's talking about Putin, but he's probably talking about both right here. Let's play this clip.
War need to stop immediately. The aggression needs to stop immediately because everyone knows who is the big beneficiary of this war and dragging the whole region into this conflict. And unfortunately, what's taking place now, it's a serve for those agendas. Thank you very much.
Now, as I mentioned before, I'll show you what Pete Hegseth said earlier about Zelensky. Here, Hegseth continues to attack Zelensky, and as Jay and Keev says, serving Putin is the core focus of the Trump administration. Play this clip.
And I think we're also still dealing with the environment that Joe Biden created, which was depleting those stockholders and not sending them to our own military, but to Ukraine. Which is every time we reach back and look at any sort of a challenge we have, it goes back to send it to Ukraine. Ultimately, we think this should be these munitions are better spent in our own interests at this point, and this kind of funding bill is going to ensure that we're properly funded going forward.
Right, so you have Hegseth trashing Zelensky right there, while you have Zelensky trying to help out the United States. Zelensky's like, look, I got 10,000 interceptor drones that we've made with Ukrainian technology. We also have the ability to, and the satellite technology to use these interceptors. Because once you have the interceptors, you also have to know the patterns of these Shahed drones, how they work, what you can do to stop them. And Ukraine's like, we want to help you, but can you help us a little bit with Russia? Because, Russia's helping Iran kill Americans. So can we help you Americans stop the Russians and Iranians from killing you? But then can you maybe help us with Russia? And, the Trump regime's like, no, we're not going to do that. You're P.T. Barnum. We don't want to help Zelensky. Anyway, so Zelensky spoke yesterday. He addressed the European Council, right? I mean, Zelensky's been busy. He's been putting in the work, right? 2 days ago, he addressed the parliament in UK. He spoke in front of both houses there. I showed you some of that speech. And here he is addressing the European Council about Russia and how Russia sees active use of air defense missiles in the Middle East, and they think Ukraine will face a shortage. Basically, Russia feels emboldened by what the U.S. is doing in the Middle East right now. Here, play this clip.
In the past few days, we have received signals from the American side that talks may resume soon, but with what mindset will the Russian side come to the talks this time? It depends on all of us together to make sure the Russians do not come to these talks feeling that their position has grown much stronger. And it is not only because of the situation around Iran, which is pushing global oil prices higher. First, Russians see active use of air defense missiles in the Middle East and the Gulf region, and they may think Ukraine will face a shortage of such missiles. Second, the EU's 20th sanctions package against Russia is stalled. It could have continued the pressure on Russia to move toward real peace. Third, the United States has eased some sanctions on Russia, and this brings significant money into Putin's war budget. Next, for the third month now, the most important financial security guarantee for Ukraine from Europe is not working. The 90 billion euro support package for this year and the next. This is critical for us. It's a resource to protect lives. And fifth point, even today, we do not know for sure whether this support will be unblocked.
And then Zelensky talks about how he's always been ready to talk about negotiations for a ceasefire with Russia. But he says the United States has basically stopped the communications and settlement discussions since the war in Iran began. And then Zelensky's also like, but we got to be very, very careful. Like, even if Russia is going to get involved in so-called peace negotiations with Ukraine, we don't trust them right now. We need to know what their intentions are, because Russia feels emboldened right now by the war in Iran. Russia feels stronger than ever. The sanctions against them were lifted. They're helping Iran kill Americans. So the position of Russia, they probably are going to come into any negotiation saying that they should get all of Ukraine and that they don't even want to have settlement discussions. So Zelensky's like, we've always been ready to do a ceasefire, but we need to be very clear about where our bright lines are, and that we are Europe, and that Putin needs to understand, and the quicker he understands that Ukraine is Europe, the quicker we could get to a ceasefire, because Europe supports Ukraine. Here, let's play this clip.
Russia must clearly see and truly feel that Ukraine will be in Europe and that this cannot be stopped. That is why we are carrying out internal reforms and working externally to secure a clear date for EU membership. If there is a clear date, it will mean that Russia will not be able to block our accession in any way. You see how different things get blocked and how difficult it is for United Europe to implement even decisions that have already been made. This must not be the case with opening the clusters for Ukraine or with our accession. This is a matter of trust, security, and the future, of course.
Right. You just continue to look at the Middle East. Also, more strikes by Iran against Arab nations last night. That follows the day before, where those direct hits on the energy facilities in Qatar, the energy facility in Israel Haifa, the energy facilities in Riyadh. So Iran's capabilities are increasing right now, and their ability to do direct strikes. That's they're succeeding in that as well. More direct strikes. There isn't. Remember, the United States is like, we've degraded 90% of their ballistic missiles. No, actually, what we're learning is that you struck a lot of decoys and not the actual ballistic missiles. I mean, we see the ballistic missiles and the Shahi drones successfully striking the target. And you better believe, if you don't think that both Russia and China right now are actively providing Iran.
Okay, I ain't gonna try to get too much into it.
All right, guys. We're moving on. I'll see you 2 and 2. Okay? I'll see you 2 and 2. I like Zelensky. We should be concerned. We should be concerned. There is fear and horror. I feel it. Those people that can't eat snowdrop, those people that can't go to the doctor because they have no Medicaid, no medical situation. There is fear out there of the unknown. Let's be real. There is fear of the unknown. Ukraine need to focus on their own situation. They really, really do. And let Donald Trump figure out his own illegal war. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you over there at Lady Letitia.